The Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Forestry has put in place a program to sensitize community forest associations across the country towards restoration of forests. Cabinet Secretary for Environment, Soipan Tuya, who was responding to a question by legislators on the Plantation Establishment and Livelihood Improvement Scheme, PELIS, noted that the main challenge with the scheme has been abuse and subversion of guidelines of the scheme. The CS affirmed that the maize cultivation in PELIS areas had been approved by the Kenya Forest Service after the ban in 2020.
The Honorable Soipan Tuya.
Cabinet Secretary for Environment Soipan Tuya, who Wednesday appeared before the plenary sitting at the National Assembly, revealed how the ministry is planning to work with forest-adjacent communities towards restoration of forests.
We have put in place a program to sensitize community forest associations across the country in various conservancies. And we have held several meetings, the first one of which was in March of this year.
Tuya was responding to questions by Elgeyo Marakwet MP Caroline Ngelechei.
Could the Cabinet Secretary please explain the rationale behind the ban on maize cultivation in Plantation Establishment and Livelihood Improvement Scheme, that is PELIS?
And this was largely informed by the abuse and subversion of the guidelines that are supposed to guide the process of PELIS, which is a delicate process.
However, a reduction on the land under PELIS in various areas, such as Elgeyo Marakwet, with enormous land abandoned, the cultivation was recently approved by Kenya Forest Service.
The argument from the Kenya Forest Service that indeed the trend from when the ban on maize plantation was done has drastically reduced the area under PELIS within Elgeyo Marakwet County. So it is indeed a disincentive.
But the CS says stringent enforcement measures on the scheme is required to enable the country achieve its tree cover.
We need the goodwill of the communities, and particularly forest adjacent communities, for this to become a reality. As a ministry, are also planning to actively engage the CFAs in participatory forest management meetings going forward, and assisting them to come up with forest management plans that will conform to the regulations and the confines within which the PELIS practice will happen.
KFS countrywide tree cover is 2.5 million hectares, with 94% being indigenous forest and 6% commercial plantation. Kamche Menza for Prime Edition.